So welcome back, brothers, where we're continuing to just get you prepped for this yummy workshop of exploration and 2 days of ecstatic massage and mask making to empower us and to do ceremonies around our queer boy, our queer man, and our queer elder. You know, I want you to think about some of your early memories of being a boy. And you know, what do you remember? Some of us remember a lot, some of us only remember kind of fragments or even have just feelings. But you know, how was that boy? And how was that boy as far as being queer or being gay? And when did you first start getting some clues that you were a gay man or queer man in development as that little boy? You know, I can remember, like I'm on this swing here, I would go out in the country where my grandparents would have a farm, and they had swings like this all the time. And we'd sit on the swings together, and sometimes as a little boy, I remember one of my uncles would sit me on his lap in the swing. And I remember that I was kind of mesmerized with just the hair on his arms, and would like to, I wanted to pat it, you know, and I didn't know what that intrigue was, but there was an intrigue there that was, you know, very early on for me. So I want you to think about, when were you starting to get some clues as we celebrate your queer boy? When were you starting to get some clues that you were a queer boy about to wake up into a queer man? And we all had the clues, even if we didn't come out until way late in our lives. So I tell the other end of the spectrum story of kind of a graphic experience, but a man who I say always did some completion work. And know that what I'm about to say is not what we're going to do in the massage, even though we will be touching bodies and even genitals in our ecstatic massage and celebration in that last day. But I heard one of my friends did sacred intimate work, and he had a man come to him in his late 80s, and the man who came to see him while he was on the massage table asked if he could actually have a sexual experience with the masseur, the sacred intimate, who was my friend. And my sacred intimate friend kind of took a breath and went, well, okay. And he allowed that interaction to happen in this loving experience. But the story is that this very older man, this was the first time he was ever to have a physical relationship with another man. And here he was on the massage table getting pleasure in a way that he had just always wanted. And the reason that he was able to do that was, in his mind, his wife had just died, and his life was now kind of complete, and it was his time to explore this adventure of something that had been incomplete for him. So his little boy, which never got to be fully awakened until he was in his 80s, in this sacred space of a sacred intimates experience, got to do what I call completion work and having that experience. And my friend tells me that he found out very shortly after this man had come, this older man had come to see him, that he died. He left the planet. And I say that to say, no matter where on the journey, we get to celebrate the completeness of all of parts of who we are. It will heal us. And for him, it healed him into death. So just feeding on, how did your little boy get expressed, and what were the clues for you that we'll play with in the workshop as we create a mask that day in celebration of your queer little boy or your gay little boy that was trying to come through. So juicy thoughts for you to think about. Namaste.